Yo, what's going on? It's your main man, Rick the Dawn. First off, I just want to say thank you all for waiting for me. I know I've been a little late, but man, it's just a lot going on. And this episode is really eye opening. And I want to make a pact with you right now. Let's just stop everything we're doing and let's make a pact. Me and you, let's make a pact that in any relationship that we're in romantically, if that person is telling us one thing and doing another, let's make a pact between you and I that we're going to just leave. Because this episode definitely sheds light on that. People saying one thing and doing another. So let's make a pact. I don't care if it's a relationship, a marriage. If you're in a relationship with somebody and they're telling you one thing, but their actions are showing you different. And when I say showing you different, I don't mean they told you they're going to wash the dishes and then went to bed. I'm talking about they're saying they love you, but they are pursuing somebody else or allowing advances by somebody else or anything of that nature, any kind of sexual immorality or disrespect sexually between me and you. And that includes me. I'm saying the same thing. Let's make a pact from now, forever, and ever, and ever, that if someone tells us they love us, but they are pursuing other people or allowing other people to make advances that they accept, we're going to leave. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you watch episode 4 of Temptation Island on Netflix, that's what you're going to feel like when you get done watching it. You're going to feel like, you know what? People do what you allow them to do to you. And if you put a stop to that, you leave them to bear their demons. You see what I'm saying? Because all it takes is for, we got to talk about this couple first. All it takes is for Ashley to say, I've had enough. And Grant has to sit there and wail with his demons. He has to sit in that bed that he made with them demons he's making feel so comfortable. But because she keeps allowing Grant back into her life, apparently this is allowing him more and more opportunity, more and more chances to disrespect her. But if she just say, Grant, it's over, and she has enough confidence to believe that she can find something better, because Ashley is a beautiful girl. You cannot explain to me why this woman finds this man so irresistible to the point that she would allow him to disrespect her like he did in this episode. And Grant, I got so much to say, and I'm going to try to make it simple. First off, Grant starts this episode off tongue kissing Natalie and basically saying, look, I'm over Ashley and I think it's time to pursue you. I was so mad when he said it. And on the other side, in the women's villa, Ashley is doing everything in her power to remain respectful to Grant. She's not allowing anybody to really penetrate her heart. Now you see Ashley try to open up a little bit, and you can see it's definitely liquid courage. It's not her true intention to be more outgoing or more flirtatious. She's just realizing that she's with a F-boy, and she knows that what she's going to see at the bonfire is going to be disappointing. So she's like, I might as well go ahead and start getting my contingencies ready right now. But boy, was she very wrong about what she was going to see. If she only knew that she wasn't going to see an 8 out of 10 in terms of disrespect, she was going to see a 13 out of 10 in terms of disrespect, because Grant doesn't let up. He goes on with Natalie and they, have a great date and things of that nature. And this date ends up going into the bedroom. And Natalie is kind of like, she's being tempted. She's no longer the temptress. She gets into the shower. You see the thumbnail. You probably seen the episode. He gets into the shower and they have sex. And then I'm fast forwarding just a bit because I'm going to get to the main points. We get to the bonfire where Ashley sees that. And of course, Netflix shuts the episode off right there. Can we talk about this, man? And then, this is the most upsetting part. If you want to know where my statement about making sure that people respect us comes from, I'm going to tell you where it comes from. Because after he has intercourse with Natalie, the next morning, this goofball is on a hammock playing a guitar. And it's the most hilarious thing that's not funny. Just imagine I'm playing the guitar. And I shouldn't have slept with that girl. And I shouldn't have tongue kissed her. And then I should not have gotten a shot. He's singing his actions. And then Natalie walks up and she gets in the hammock with him. And you know what this goofball says? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful because I know Grant is a human being. And he's basically me when I was like 19. So I'm not trying to go that far, but I gotta call him what he was in this episode. This goofball tells Natalie, you know what? I really think that I need to be alone more. I never heard nobody say that, by the way. I need to be alone more. What? Now you want to be alone more? You wasn't trying to be alone more when you was in that shower, moaning more than she was. You wasn't trying to do it then, Grant. So then he tells her that, and then it forces Natalie to act like she doesn't care about Grant. She like, well, you know what? I told you don't do anything that you wouldn't want to, wake up to. I told you not to do anything you'll regret. And I know the real thing she wants to say is, are you serious, Grant? Now, early in the episode, she tries to stand her ground and say, I'm not going to allow Grant to play me like he does Ashley. We'll find out, because I think that the opposite is true. I think Grant has been playing girls like this for a long time, and Natalie and Ashley are just the latest two. Man, I'm so mad with Grant, but I'm not, because I think what it does is it allows Ashley to see what her boyfriend is, and it allows her to come face to face with what she wants for her future. And I'm telling you right now, mark my words. Now, I haven't peeked in the future of the future episodes or nothing like that, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you cannot. This is for all guys. You cannot. This is for all people. I'm gonna start with the guys first. You cannot continue to hurt a woman without no repercussions, because men are very impulsive. We see something, we're drooling, we want it immediately. Women, they take a long time before they strike you. Okay, and Grant is just begging for the hurt. Ashley has the capacity to hurt Grant to the core, and it's really, let me tell you what's upsetting. That Grant is not even concerned about Ashley moving on with anybody else. He's not concerned about it. And he is completely vulnerable, because in the beginning, like episode 1, Ashley just getting rubber bands put on her wrist made Grant almost tear up. So Grant is not prepared to receive what he's dishing out. And this is where I say, because, and then I didn't like how after he has sex with Natalie, now you want to get you want a long time. Now you feel like you don't want to leave or be without Ashley. Really? Now you want to feel? So look, that's what I said, look, from now on, we're going to make a pact. When somebody's actions and their words don't align, we're going to leave. Because I couldn't tell you how many times I looked at Ashley this episode and I said, that is a gorgeous woman. That's a sexy woman. And people like me, man like me, we'll take her off Grant's hand real quick. And she good looking and she faithful. What? And you still playing? All right, bet. Say less. I'll take her off his hands real quick. She won't even want to go back after just 2 minutes with me. And I'm like, bro, moving forward, we got to make a pact. Me and you. If a person we with, dating, married to, love, whatever, if they actions don't match up with what they saying, we got to split, because we can't allow ourselves to get Ashley. And that's a new thing. That's a new thing I'm putting out there. Don't get Ashley. Don't be with a person who has no self-control and claims they love you at the same time. Screw that. We going to go out there and be us, because Ashley is good looking and she shouldn't have to deal with this at all. And somebody said it about Grant, and I thought it was the perfect description. When the 2 new ladies came in, if you don't know, they had 2 new ladies come in and 2 new guys come in. They're on the screen right now, not him, but nevertheless, this is what happened. When a new girl came in, guess who was drooling all over the place? It was Grant, right? And somebody, I think it was Natalie, who summed it up perfectly. Grant is basically like a little kid, and every time he sees something that shines and glitters, he goes for it. What? No self-control whatsoever. Next, we're going to talk about, I didn't want that to be so long, but got to get that out, man. Next, we're going to talk about Brion and Shante. Brion is starting to redeem himself in my eyes. He's starting to allow me to reel him back in. I think for a minute, episode 1 and 2, I was done with Brion. I ain't going to lie to you. I was done with him. But I'm starting to get more understanding of Brion and Shantae's relationship. I did not understand what I know now. I know now that their relationship is spiritual. I thought it was a F-boy with a good girl. And we already know how that plays out. We know how that kind of plays out. But it's deeper than that. It is a Christian woman that's dating a Christian man with lust issues. That's completely different. It changes my perspective. So what I'm saying is, Brion is trying his best not to give in to temptation because he know he's not going to lose a girlfriend should this all break down. Brion is going to lose a wife. And I want to just take 2 seconds to just say how beautiful of a woman Shante is. Now, if you can't tell by now, I'm a feminist. Matter of fact, I'm not sure what you call it, but I'm pro-female. I love women. I love them so much. It's like my mother, my sister, my wife, my daughter. I just love women in general, right? And I don't like men at all. So I don't know what you call that. I call it a feminist. And my thing is this. Shante is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And I'm not talking about her physical features. She is on Temptation Island. You want to know why she's there? Because Brion took her there. I'm so pissed about that. Her father should have stepped in and said, look, sweetheart, if your boyfriend got to take you to Temptation Island to prove that he love you, then you need to get rid of him. And I wouldn't have said it that nicely. I would have said you need to get rid of his ass. For real. I'm pissed about it because Shante doesn't belong on this damn show. She is a good girl through and through. She is a wife. And if Brion can't respect that, send her to me. All right. And I'm not talking about to be in a relationship with her, but just to like show her what a woman's supposed to be treated like. I'm so tired of people like Brion. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, yeah, man, you're a sexual guy. We get it. You said it 7,000 times, but so what? Like, I'm asking Shante this. Do you really want to be with Brion? What can he teach your kids? Because everything that come out of his mouth is sex. You can't teach a son nothing about. You can't teach your daughter anything when everything you think about is sexual related. Like, grow up, dog. That's what I'm just pissed about it because Shante is in her bedroom reading the Bible. Probably praying over this poor soul right here. Probably praying for him. And guess what he doing? He in the bathroom with this little fake face female. All right, surgery all over the place. She claims that she has an addiction to S&D. Right? I'm like, bro, you gonna waste. Do you know how precious a wife is, dog? And I'm not talking about a wife. Let me rephrase that because it's a lot of wives out here. You know how precious a good wife is, dog? You know how hard it is to find a good wife? I mean, anybody can act like this and be a husband, be a wife, but a good husband and a good, you know how hard that is to replace? You don't play with that. And I'm just pissed that Shante has to. Now, here's the thing. Brion is a good guy, though. You see, and this took me a long time to realize it. It took me to episode 4 to realize that Brion's a good guy. I'm going to tell you how I know that Brion is a good guy. Because that temptress, beautiful girl, by the way, beautiful girl. She has surgery, but she's still beautiful. She is doing everything in her power to throw this man off his rocker. And Brion has not given in. I thought Brion would have given in a long time ago. I thought Brion was going to give in a long time ago. But this man is holding strong. And I'm like, man, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong about you, Brion. Don't let me down. Because he's holding on, man. He's holding on by the fingernail. Okay? But I hate it. And Shante pointed it out. She said it perfectly. She said he is tap dancing around their perimeters, around their non-negotiables. He tap dancing around. And I hate people who do that. I hate when people know what their partner don't want them to do and they tap dance around it. Don't play with people because when they leave your goofy ass, you're going to be by yourself. And then once you have sex with this girl, Brion, you know what's going to happen? You're going to be over because then you're going to have after come clear. Like, what do they call it? Post come clarity. There it is. For men, after they engage in intercourse with a woman and they, the woman looks completely different. That's why I keep telling women, they get mad at me. I get comments of, you don't look that good yourself. Baby girl, who cares what you think? What I'm trying to explain to you is, I'm trying to give you some game, but go ahead and keep it getting tossed around and played. Go ahead, be my guest. But what I'm trying to explain to people is, when a man finishes business with a woman, she looks different. It just is what it is. And it could be the same the other way around, but I'm not a woman, so I'll never know. I can only tell you what I do know. What I do know is, when a man finishes his business, that woman looks completely different. And that's why when women give their body to a man, the man changes and he acts different. And we just saw that with who? Grant and Natalie. After he got his business taken care of, what'd he do? I need more alone time. I'm trying to explain to you. And Natalie is gorgeous, but she looked different to Grant. You want to know why? Because Grant had her. I'm still seeing pre-Natalie. She still look good, but I'm sure if I handle my business with her, she'll look completely different. And that's why women have to wait, have to slow down when it comes to that. S is not just S to a man. It's everything to a man. So once you give your everything, what else do you have to offer? That's why you got to hold your bargaining chips. And that's what Natalie did not do. Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. Brion better get his situation together, because I'm telling you right now, Netflix got millions of subscribers. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's thousands of guys looking at Shante like, I'll take her off his hands if he don't want her. Trust me, Brion. I'm so pissed at Brion. Stop tap dancing around the perimeters. Now, we got to talk about Tayler and Tayler. This is the most cringe relationship I've ever seen on this show. All right, because you got Tayler basically looking at Tayler as if, you know what this feels like? It doesn't feel like a relationship. It feels like a big sister and a little brother. And it's so irritating to watch. I'm telling you, it seems like a big sister is like, I'm telling you, don't put your hand in the cookie jar. I'm going to tell. And Tayler the whole time is like, I really want a cookie. I really want to. That's what this relationship seems like, because Tayler is essentially very flirtatious, but because she's a stickler, because she has all these rules around Tayler, she can't do anything at all, because then Tayler can say, I told you you were just as bad as me. So instead of doing, flirting with guys and going on dates and enjoying it and kissing, she's just pretty much sitting on her little stick and waiting for Tayler to mess up. That's all that's happening. And when it comes to Tayler, he is in love with Kay. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. When it's all said and done, Tayler may or may not go all the way with Kay. I don't know, because I'm actually on the episode that I'm recapping. I haven't went further. Tayler is in love with Kay. And I'm going to tell you like this. If Tayler, what's her name? If Tayler sees what I'm seeing, and she will at the bonfire, when she sees what I'm seeing as it relates to Tayler and Kay, she has to leave, because Tayler is not only tap dancing around the freaking perimeters. Look at this guy. There he is. Look at him. Look at him. I'm so mad at you, Brion. I'm so mad at you, Brion. I'm so mad at you, Brion. I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad at him. Now, Tayler is basically he's not tap dancing around the perimeter. He's sleeping with the perimeters. He's sleeping in the perimeters. He got the covers on him inside of the perimeters. Tayler is basically gone, and he has not told Tayler yet, but she gonna find out real quick. Tayler don't want Tayler no more. Tayler is basically over the finger pointing that he's received from Tayler. And it's really Taylor's fault, because she took Tayler while he was married to his wife. So she's only getting what she deserves. You took a guy who showed that he was unfaithful and unloyal to his own wife, right? And now he's being unfaithful and unloyal to you. There you go. All right, poetic justice. Now, the best thing for Tayler to do is leave, okay? That's the best thing that she can do. All right, finally, the boring couple, all right? Alexa and Lino. First off, it is so funny watching Lino try to act like he's getting tempted. He'll sit there and talk to a girl. Yeah, you're the only girl that really tempts me, and I really want to be uncomfortable. So, I think you're really like. I'm like, Lino, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, you is not gonna cheat on no dang on Alexa. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. You got nail polish on. You ain't gonna do nothing. All right. And Alexa, once again, is just showing how hurt she is from some of the things that Lino was saying. Because if you don't know, they did show the women's bonfire for the most part. And I love it. It was hilarious, because they all get to the bonfire and they're all lined up in terms of, good to worse. I think Shante goes first, and that was surprising for me. Shante goes first. Then I think it was it was Alexa second, and she heard Lino say some very discouraging things, and she broke down into tears. And then who goes third? Wait a minute, who went third? Oh yeah, it was Grant, and it was Ashley. Ashley goes third. I thought that they would save Ashley to the end, because Grant has intercourse with a person, so I thought they would. But apparently they're going to save Tayler for the end, because they shut it off right before it was Tyler's turn. And I think it's because, despite Tayler not having intercourse with Kay, he is in love with Kay. And I think that's going to sting a lot more, because when it comes to Grant, Ashley already knows he's a goof and he's going to do goofy stuff and cheat and stuff like that. But Tayler has no idea how gone Tayler is. And I think that's going to be a huge shocker for episode 5. But nevertheless, Lino is in love with Alexa. Alexa is in love with Lino. And you know what? I'm going to say something I haven't said yet. I like Alexa. It's taken me a long time. I thought she was kind of fake, kind of artificial. But what I'm learning is she is a good girl, man. And yes, she is evidence that a person can have a bad start in a relationship or make a few mistakes in a relationship and redeem themselves. A lot of people think that once a cheater, always a cheater. And I think Alexa is showing that that's not necessarily true. It's not so black and white, because Alexa has gone, what, 3.5 years without disrespecting Lino since the first month. So I just think that that's not necessarily true. And Alexa is proving that in a beautiful way. Okay. And Lino, true to himself, he is not doing anything to hurt Alexa. I just love their relationship, and I don't really come across as I like it, but I love how they respect each other and they have friends. In fact, Alexa got rid of a guy who she thought was kind of playing her a little close because she's not there. And I just said, you know what? Alexa is a good girl. I like her. I like her a lot more because she's not on that island, flirting and showing too much and all that. She is on the island genuinely to make friends, and I love it. All right. But that is essentially my assessment. Other things that took place, they let a couple people go. 3 guys left, 2 women left. And of course, 2 women and 2 guys joined. And the new additions are really cool. They brought in new energy, but for the most part, all the couples are set. Anybody else there, they're just there for margaritas and mojitos. They're not really there to make any impact. All right, it's pretty much set. All the couples are coupled up, and that's pretty much that. I did notice something else that was pretty interesting. I noticed the dynamic as it relates to like flirtation and the villas. On the man side, these men are hot and heavy. They're kissing. They're in the same bed with the girls. They're in showers. Whereas the women are taking a more calculated approach. They're actually feeling things out. They're leading with their emotions. And it says a lot about the male and female dynamic. Men are easily swayed. It's just a little bit of pressure from a woman and they're jumping out the window, destroying the relationship like this guy right here. Okay. Whereas with women, it's completely different. With women, they have to go through this whole process before things happen. But I gotta go because Grant about to get bucky naked with this girl. Bye. I'll see y'all for episode 5. Throw a like on the video. Stop playing.